Pisces. We will now be exploring how and when this person could come forward with their feelings for you. So let's shuffle the cards and see what comes up into how and when they may come forward, and anything else around that situation. Pisces. Okay, so you have the time of Virgo, so they might be coming forward around the time of Virgo. Look, I do want to say that it might be through, there's two cards that indicate communication, okay? But I'm not sure that it's face-to-face communication. It may be through like a text message, an email, maybe even a letter. I feel it's more this way rather than face-to-face communication. Of course, I could be wrong. But you do have two signs, both Gemini and Virgo, who are ruled by Mercury, planet of communication. So I'm convinced that it's going to be more written for some reason. A written word rather than spoken word. Or maybe it's a phone call. Not necessarily you sitting down and this person telling you face to face. I mean, it could be, but for some reason I'm leaning more towards that, Pisces, okay? It may happen during the time of Virgo. But this is a time of solitude or retreat or rest. So some of you may find that you are on holiday, you're taking time off work, maybe you're still in self-isolation and or lockdown, considering everything that's happening. But I feel like it's a period of solitude. Now, if you're with someone else, Pisces, it's almost like you're taking time away from that relationship and this person is going to come forward. Or it's that this person might break up with their person and come and be single and then race towards you. So as soon as they're single, it's almost like they're going to rush, like jump on the opportunity because you have the Knight of Swords, okay? Very opportunistic, jumps at the opportunity when it presents itself. And I feel like this person is going to waste no time in doing that. Also, Gemini energy is known to be impatient. And this air energy has come up a few times in the cards. So I feel like they've been waiting for quite some time, but they're not going to be very patient when they come out with their feelings. I think they're going to blurt it out. I think it's going to be the written word. I think that's what I'm seeing with this person here, and they're going to make that offer. Knight of Cups is a strong emotional offer. It's a relationship. I think straight off the bat, they're going to offer you a relationship, Pisces, and it may happen too soon. It may happen very quickly, and it'll sort of leave you in a bit of like, oh, wow, you know, what's going on here? You might be somewhat frazzled at how quickly this person is moving. And it may even make you a little bit fearful, actually. Okay, and that fear or that cautiousness might bubble up inside of you. Why? Because look at the horse here. The horse looks back at the knight here, almost questioning, like, is this right? Are we doing what we're supposed to be doing? Are we not moving too fast? Are you sure? You know, it's like, it's a look of caution. So maybe this is how you're going to feel when this person approaches themselves. Look, not all of you will feel this way. If you're coming up as a Knight of Cups, some of you will be absolutely willing. You know, he's willing to climb the mountain. He's willing to cross the seas. He's willing to invest himself emotionally. And if this is you coming up as the Knight of Cups, Pisces, you obviously will hold a lot of interest in return. And I think you're going to communicate that to them. Maybe you need to communicate taking things one step at a time. The Eight of Wands is about communication, is about things happening and being set into motion. Absolutely. But at the same time, I think it might be you that communicates. You want to take things step by step. I think they might be coming in fairly strongly. They may want a relationship straight away. They may speak about marriage or engagements or like big milestones in love fairly early on. Could even be when they make themselves available to you. But I think you're going to be taken aback, Pisces. I think emotionally you might want it. But I don't feel like you're going to be fearful of opening up, because the Queen of Swords, she's very honest. She's very direct. So you're not going to hesitate. What I want to say is you're not going to hesitate to tell them what you truly think of them, how you feel. The Hermit, are you going to be the Hermit maybe? Could be that once this person, I also want to say, when this person comes forward with their emotions, either you might distance yourself or they might distance themselves. And I think it's a protective thing. Okay, the Hermit moves away from conventional life because he feels it's in its best interest. So once this comes to fruition, once this encounter happens or this conversation happens, one of you is going to really back off or distance yourselves. It could be them. Maybe it's you, Pisces. Maybe it's even a bit of both of you. But I feel like there's someone that's going to retreat. So if you're actually not on holiday or like distancing yourself or taking time to yourself and then this person comes forward, it could very well be that the both of you, you know, you find out that this person is interested, you speak about it, you discuss it, you share your emotions, but then all of a sudden there's a distancing and you're like questioning yourself and thinking, well, what just happened? Again, I think it's going to leave you in a little bit of a whirlwind energy because that Knight of Swords is here. So this is why I'm leaning towards the Knight of Swords here. And again, you might speak about it, but I do see some sort of distancing or taking time apart. The Hermit is the Virgo. The Virgo seeks to perfect things, quite analytical, tries to logic, tries to reason and rationale with things. So I don't know. I don't know if you're, in terms of your response, you're going to want to perfect it in a way. It's almost like you want to say something very specific in return, or maybe they want to say something very, very specific to you, but you're actually going to take time to reply or take time to respond somehow, I think, for some of you. One of you is going to take time, the other is going to be more forward, more, let's jump into this, let's do this. Whereas the Queen of Swords, you know, there's two very different approaches here. There's the communication, there's one side and there's the other. It really just depends who you're identifying. I think this is you though, Pisces. I'm leaning more towards that this is you. You're going to want to discuss things. You're going to want to talk about it. You'll be interested, you'll be intrigued, but you'll be patient. And that's what you're going to communicate. I feel like that's coming more from your side, see? Whereas they, whether or not they are an air sign or a Virgo, besides the point, I think their energy, they're coming into this and they're trying to counteract. You see, this is your communication and they're just like jumping into it, going forward. Yep, no. So if there's something you disagree with or there's something you want to explain, it's almost like this person's going to deflect it. Like you're going to give them a reason why, and then they're going to give you a reason why not. Like they'll be very quick to, how do I say this, counteract your reasoning, your arguments, your thoughts. I think they want to rush things. I don't know how healthy this is to rush fairly quickly. Really depends what they say. But I think I do see an element of wanting to jump into things and wanting to rush things. So I think patience and, you know, taking it step by step and taking your time to let the connection unfold, explore it if you want to. If not, let it go. But I do feel like it's patience is needed here. I will leave your reading at that though, Pisces. So thank you again so much for tuning in.